Hey guys, it's your girl AFM Stories and you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today I'm going to be talking about how to study in the UK without an IELTS. So the IELTS obviously is the general English language examination. There are other alternatives, but this is like the most common, the most recognized, that is used as a criteria to judge how well you know how to speak English. Now these are for countries that are not necessarily English speaking, or actually English speaking but officially are not recognized as English speaking. So the list of countries that are recognized will be on the specific university website, so do check that out. But if you've checked that out and you've seen that, oh, you might require IELTS, or in the past you've seen that you may require IELTS, then this video is for you because there are alternatives for you. Now, I'll say that not every university in the UK would accept these alternatives, but a large majority of them, at least I know over 50 universities in the UK that will accept this alternative. So yeah, definitely do check that out. And I'm not saying that, oh, do not write IELTS, but I understand that there are people that do not have the finances at that time, or maybe they worry about passing the test and all of that. I do think it's a worthy investment because IELTS lasts for 2 years. However, I know that people have different reasons why they don't want to they don't want to write an IELTS exam. Maybe you're trying to get a scholarship and they don't want to invest in things like that. So I would say that use these alternatives. For example, I'm currently studying in the UK and I did not write IELTS. So, and all the universities I got admission to did not require IELTS. No, not all. The first two did not require, they required IELTS, but they allowed alternatives, while the third one wanted another alternative. Like they wanted me to write an exam in the school. So let me just tell you the schools in case you're interested in my own schools. My first choice was Montfort University, which is where I'm currently studying, and then my second choice was University of Sheffield. And Montfort allowed me to use an alternative English exam. I'm going to be talking about that soonish. And then University of Sheffield allowed me to use an alternative English exam, but I think it was a lot of years difference. So I finished my WAEC. I think it was like 2010. That's when I wrote the exam, and this is like 2021. So I think it was like a decade limit or something. But I wrote the test way too long from last year, which I applied. So they wanted something complimentary. So they wanted me to get a letter from my place of work talking about the fact that all of my activities are in English and all of that. So which is what I used. But I wasn't even planning to go there. My first choice was DMU. So I just went with DMU because DMU accepted my 10-year-old WAEC certificate. Anyways, before I move forward in this video, if you haven't already, please hit the like button, please subscribe to my channel, and do drop a comment if you have any follow-up questions, or if you're just feeling this video. I need support, guys. Let me not sound entitled. I would love your support, guys. Anyways, back to the video. So what are the alternatives that are available to you? As you already know from this my long introduction, the first one is alternative English exam. So for most West African countries, you can use the West African Examination Council exam. God, I'm not sure that's the full meaning of WAEC, and I just disgraced my entire ancestors, but it's all good. Anyways, WAEC is what a lot of people will use. So check if you write WAEC if you wrote WAEC, obviously you can use WAEC, but there are many other alternatives. Like this night before I recorded this video, I was checking the website of some of these schools. They allow, I think, exams that are related to like your high school or secondary school journey. So there are certain exams you write at the end of your senior year or your final year in secondary school or high school, or like A-level, things that are related to that, GCSE. So they accept things like that. You just need to check. And then so that's the first one. Another alternative, obviously, to IELTS is a letter from your university talking about the fact that all of your degree was taught in English language and you have a high proficiency of English language. Some universities accept that alone, and that is fine. Some don't. Another alternative is a professional letter talking about the fact that most of the work that you've done is in English language. So you want in that professional letter to stress on the writing aspect of your job. So whether you're writing proposals, whether you're writing memos or blogs or content writing, you want to really stress how much of English you're using, and if possible include links. If you have online published links, all of this just helps you to reduce the chances of this being rejected, which is actually what I use for Sheffield. And then another alternative is for you to send sample work in. So a couple of universities, in addition to maybe your letter from your university or from a professional letter, or alternatively some universities would ask you to send a sample work. So they might tell you to write an essay, they might tell you to write there's many alternatives, but like basically they'll ask you for a work sample. So be ready to write an essay, and I advise someone you're writing that essay, go read about academic writing. Show them how ready you are for academic lessons. So make sure that the sample work you're using, you really critically analyze things, you back it up by research, you back it up by statistics. Basically treat it as an essay that you're submitting. That is very, very, very important. Also, another alternative is writing a free exam from the university. So recently I had like a brand ambassadorship event, and I was speaking to the lecturer about the fact that what are the English requirements for universities, especially my university. And he was telling me about the fact that my university actually allows people to write exams to prove their English language competency for free, and you don't need to pay a lot of money. So yeah, some schools allow you to write exams for free to get admission, not to get admission, but to prove your English language if you do not have any of the other things. There's also pre-sessional English courses, but they are paid, guys, and it's not every school that is affordable. So I feel like when you compare the price for the WAEC and the price for the pre-sessional course, I feel like you should just do the WAEC. Yeah. The price, when you compare the prices for the IELTS and the price for the pre-sessional course, I'll say that you should just do the WAEC, because like there was a school I checked yesterday. That cost was about £3,000. Like, why would you do that? But don't do that. Like IELTS is like 3% of that, or 5%. My math skills are really bad, but like, guys, don't do that. So another alternative, if none of these options work, is to write to the school to ask for a waiver. Okay, I don't have IELTS right now, you can even use the pandemic, or for now there are no centers, or there's not a lot of availability for me to write an IELTS right now, even the alternative exams. So can I show other ways to prove that I can speak English? And you ensure that you write that email very well. And you can even go ahead of yourself and drop some of your work samples. Basically start to set the ball rolling. So I'd like to know if there are other alternatives. While waiting for your feedback, I'd like to also show some of my work samples in English. And I'd like to know if I can maybe get a letter from my organization or from my university. Basically just letting them know that you have the English language requirement and they can waive it for you. Post-pandemic, a lot of schools have lost money, so trust me, they will be more than willing to help you to waive the WAEC. Why do I keep saying WAEC? They're more than willing to help you to waive the IELTS requirement. So yeah, I hope that this video was very useful to you. If you have any further questions around this, please drop it in the comment section below. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and if you want services on winning scholarships, personal statements, writing, admissions, advice, basically winning scholarships and all of that, just check the link in the description box below. And I look forward to working with you. I remain your girl AFM Stories, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.